Hello, welcome or welcome back to my channel, being Louisa. So today's video is sponsored by nurses.co.uk. Nurses.co.uk are an online website with all things nursing, from job posts to blog posts, and their midwifery section is expanding with us. So today's video is going to be 10 things your midwife wants you to know. Now this is sort of a fun little video because I technically am not a midwife just yet. I have about 7 months until I qualify. So take it how you want, but I've been on the job for 2 years, training, learning so many tips and tricks and growing in knowledge and understanding, learning things, but also seeing midwives work how I would love to work and seeing midwives work how I'm like, I'm not too sure. But yeah, so I'm not gonna say like take what I say as Bible. Obviously do your own research and also listen to what your midwife says and what your obstetrician says if you're under consultant care. But this is just another perspective to have. I actually have them written down in my notebook, so if I look down or you see it in the shot, that's what's happening. I'm just reading them off my notebook because I wrote them before church yesterday. Now, number one, no question is a stupid question. Like, ask away. It's better to be safe than sorry, I always say, and it's good that you should be educated and empowered about your body, your pregnancy, your labor and birth, your postpartum period. Like, you should just be knowledgeable about it all. So ask as many questions as you want. Even if this is your second or third baby, still ask questions. If you can't remember, like, oh my gosh, it's been so long, I don't know what's going on, ask questions, please. So this leads into thing number 2. Do not hesitate to call us. Like, your midwife is there to be with you, to help you and to reassure you. So don't be afraid to call us. So don't be afraid to call us. Like, I feel like it's such an English thing to do. I've had so many women or men be like, oh, she didn't want to bug you, or like, oh, she didn't want to, like, you know, be a nuisance. And it's like, what? It's our job. Like, this is what we're here to do. Yeah, we may be busy at times, but we will make it a point to answer the phone, to see what's going on, or if you leave a message, to call you back. It's our job. Like, we are being paid to do this, but also we want to do this. So please call us, especially if you're worried about something. Call your local maternity unit, because it's better to be safe than sorry, okay? My mum voice came out then, I was like, okay. But yeah. Thing number 3, every pregnancy is different. Just like every baby is different, every pregnancy is different. So just because something happened in your last pregnancy, it's not a definite that's going to happen in this pregnancy. So try not to worry about it. I'm a person, I never thought I would be this person, but I'm a person who's like, I don't like bad energies, like stresses, and like, I don't like it. Like, if you have a worry and like I say I meet you and I feel like there's something like weighing you down, I will ask you, obviously in a nice way, and like if we're like that kind of close, have you got any worries, like is there anything that you're thinking about? Because I want to get to the bottom of it, and I want you to like kind of hash it out so that it's not weighing on you throughout the whole entire time that we're together, or the whole entire time of your pregnancy, or whenever I meet you. Because I feel like when you have those negative things in your mind and you're constantly thinking it, I am a person, I've always, like, I mean always, from the moment I learned what this word was, I have always been a person who believes in self-fulfilling prophecies. I'm just that person. So I feel like when you are always constantly thinking like, oh, something bad's gonna happen, or this is gonna happen, or oh, I don't want this to happen, but like, oh, it's probably gonna happen, like, no, don't, please, because it probably will happen if you keep on thinking about it. But anyway, so just because something happened in your labor and birth doesn't mean it's gonna happen. And just if like, and if say your last baby couldn't breastfeed, doesn't mean this baby's gonna have trouble breastfeeding. This is different. It's a whole different situation. You've got to go in with a positive mindset. Sorry, I went off a tangent about the positive energy thing, but anyway. So thing number 4 is, from around 24 weeks, give or take a couple of weeks, baby should be getting into a pattern of movements. Obviously you might feel baby from way before 24 weeks, and it's really important if that you're aware of it, I should say. I'm not gonna say keep track, but that you're aware of that you're aware of when baby likes to move. Say it's baby loves to move loads at night when you're trying to go to bed, or baby moves loads in the morning right before work, or on your lunch break, or baby moves more once you've eaten, or like, you know, like little things like that. Just be aware of when baby likes to move generally, because it's something that if baby hasn't moved at all within a 24-hour period and it's gone, and especially if it's gone past the time of day when that's when baby loves to move, that is when you should definitely call up, go in and see what's going on. And I say call up because every maternity unit is different, so I don't know if you need to go straight to their triage, or if your community midwife can see you, or if they say go straight to labour and delivery, or if they tell you to go to DAU, which is day assessment unit, or fetal medicine. Like, I don't know, every unit is different. Like, it's different in my new trust, so every unit's different. So call your midwife, see what she says, where to go, then go there and get baby checked on. It's no worry. Again, it's better to be safe than sorry. My motto. That is literally my motto. Again, call up, come in, get it checked out. If you haven't felt baby move within a 24-hour period and you've had some downtime to try and really focus in and you still haven't felt baby move, definitely come in, especially if you're worried. Number 5, birth plans. It's a loaded topic, I feel like. It shouldn't be, but it is. I actually enjoy reading the birth plan, not gonna lie to you. I will search one out in a woman's notes if I have to. I just want to know what you are expecting. Like, I want to know what your expectations are. I like a good birth plan. Not everyone does. It is a big talked about topic. I think my only advice about birth plans is make sure your partner, like whoever your birthing partner is, knows your birth plan off by heart. Like, drill it to them, tell them all the scenarios that might happen and what you would want in that scenario, so that they can be your advocate. Because when you're in labor and like you don't have an epidural, you're in like labor, then you're going to be in your own little world. So your birthing partner is going to be your advocate, so make sure they know it. That's what I would say. And try and be flexible in certain things. I say that only because not all the time you get what you want, and so to save you a lot of disappointment, it's kind of good to be prepared to know, like, this is what I want, but I understand if it doesn't happen. That's kind of a good mindset to be in, so that you don't get too like traumatized or upset that you didn't get the birthing experience that you wanted. Only thing I'm going to put out there. But I do enjoy a good birth plan. But yeah, take it how you want to take it. Number 6. Now this one is sort of my pro tip. If you think your waters have gone, so say you feel like a constant trickle or a big gush, but you don't know if you wet yourself or not, put on a pad. Put on a thick maternity pad, or if you just have a thin pad, just put on a pad. Put on a pad so that it can absorb whatever leakage is there, and then call us up, come in, let's see what's going on, see if there's any contractions are happening. If contractions are happening, actually I'll tell you what to do about contractions next, but just see what's going on for a bit, and maybe have it on for an hour or so. Depends though. If you notice that it's really smelly or it's a strange colour, call up, go straight in. But if it just looks like clear fluids and you don't know what's going on, maybe have the pad on for about an hour, then call your local maternity unit. They'll tell you to go to like labour or triage or whatever. Go in so that us as midwives and student midwives, whoever's going to be there to greet you, can see your pad and be able to tell you like, yeah, this is amniotic fluids or this is pee. And it also tells us something really important. It will tell us what colour the amniotic fluid is. Is it a like kind of pinky bloodstain, which is fine? Is it clear, which is great? Or is it kind of green or brown? That might indicate meconium, which may say it actually might need to be monitored constantly. So that's kind of a good tool for us to be able to see, because when women come in and say, oh, I'm not too sure if it has happened or not, then we have to like do tests and stuff, and it's fine, but it's just kind of easier to be like, okay, you think it's gone, let's see your pad, great, it's gone, cool. Thing number 7 is contractions, surges, waves. When they start, keep a track of that. So kind of just note, I felt my first one this, like then, and then depending on the frequency of them and if they're regular or not, I would say call in. So if they're irregular, they'll be like either like one, like, oh, I felt one like the other day, nothing again, probably Braxton Hicks. If they're, or it could be like, oh, I bet one every 15 minutes, not frequent enough. or they're what it can be 8 minutes apart to 7 minutes apart to 10 minutes apart. They're irregular. Probably your body's just starting to work things out. But once they become more regular and frequent, and if this is your first baby, I'm saying, which is what most people say for established labour, is 3 to 4 contractions within 10 minutes, and obviously also your cervix has to be dilated to like 3 to 4 centimetres. Again, I'm saying 3 to 4 because it depends on where you're at. So for you, when you're at home, if your contractions and they're every 3 to 4 minutes and they've been that way for maybe about an hour, I would say that's a great time to call up, tell them what's going on, especially if your waters have gone. Tell them the colour of your waters, put a pad on, and then come in, because that way you should be in established labour, hopefully, and hopefully the excitement and nervousness and the adrenaline that is produced from those two things, those two emotions, hopefully won't cut out the oxytocin too much, and so your contractions won't stop, hopefully. Because that's why we say stay at home as long as possible, because the moment you come in, that's when your adrenaline is like let out, full go, and it cuts out the oxytocin, which means that your contractions will end up stopping or slowing down. And so that's why it's better to stay at home where you're more comfortable and you're more calmer. But yeah, thing number 8 is that when you're in labour, really just be in labour, like just go into your own little world. I love walking when a woman's in her own little world and she doesn't even she will know I'm there, but she won't really know my face until she's given birth, and she's like, oh. It's like the best thing in the world. But anyway, try and just stay in your own little world. Like, don't apologise during your labour. You can apologise if you want after your labour, if you was like rude or snappy or whatever, but I don't really feel like women are. I'm like, dude, you're pushing out a baby, it's okay. Like, just stay in your zone, because your zone is what's going to help you get that baby out. That is what your body is naturally put you into, to help you focus to get that baby out. So just go there, stay there, be comfortable in that. And it does mean that you're going to lose control a bit, but that's okay. We know that, we're used to it. You may need to apologise to your partner, but us as midwives, we're used to it. So just stay there and be okay to lose a little bit of control, because it's what's going to happen, really. Unless you get an epidural, then who knows, you might not lose any control. You might only lose a tiny bit of control. But yeah, so that's number 8, is be in the moment, lose control. It's okay. You're having a kid. All right, so these last 2 are my top 2. So I don't know why I didn't do them the first 2. I did them as the last 2, but oh well, we're gonna go with it. These last 2 I think are so important. So number 9 is birthing positions. There are so many different types of birthing positions. It's crazy that the majority of people only give birth on their back. And I know sometimes you're not really informed of the different birthing positions, or you feel like you are not empowered to do them once you're in labour or giving birth. But remember, it's your body, it's your labour, it's your delivery. It's going to be your trauma afterwards if something doesn't go right, or if something is uncomfortable, or it's going to be your pain afterwards if something is just like, if the position is really taxing on your hips or whatever. So I feel like you should decide how you want to give birth. And I know a lot of women who have said it's only one way to give birth on your back on the bed, because that's what TV shows you. But there's multiple different ways of giving birth. There are positions called upright positions, where you are on your knees, or you're squatting, or you're standing, or you're doing whatever you're doing, or your active birth positions, they are also called, where you have a bit more, so you get a bit more hands and knees on balls, on like birthing stools. You have so many different types of positions that allow your hips and your pelvis to widen an extra 10%, which is quite a bit when you're pushing that baby's head out. Like, you want to get as much space as you can to push that baby's head out. So there's so many different positions, and it has been shown in research to provide better comfort and satisfaction to women, and also again the widening of the pelvis. So it's like all these things, but obviously do your research. You see what's out there, what you like. You can also give birth in water, by the way, just let you know, because baby's been swimming in water for like 9 months anyway. Just something to think about. But yeah, so that is a tip for you. I guess, is to do some research into birthing positions as well as birth places, because you don't just need to give birth on a labour ward or labour and delivery ward. There's also a home from home birth centre or at home, but that's again your choice. You look into it, you look at the research, and you decide what's best for you and your family. And then number 10 is my favourite because it was the one thing I was most scared about. Which sounds so weird, but I was like, I just don't know how I feel. Number 10 is poo. Poo. We do it anyway, it's natural, you know, you gotta empty our bowels. But I love it when a woman poos because it means that they're pushing in the right direction. It means baby's head is descending because your body's making room for that head to descend, and it's fine, like it's normal. And I will wipe it away, hopefully before you realise it, but I will wipe it away. Boom, I won't even make a fuss about it. I let's just get some tissue, wipe it, pop it in the bin, done. Like, don't talk about it, continue on with what you're doing, because you, one, don't need to be informed about it, and two, it is what it is. Like, you know, like it happens all the time. Okay, it might not happen to you, but it might. And so that's just the thing that's like, and I feel like you shouldn't be afraid of it happening to you, because I know a lot of women can be afraid of it happening to them and then they don't push as well, which then gets us into a little bit of a predicament. Okay, because then it's like if you're not pushing as well as you need to be to get baby out, then the doctors might try and come in and might try and help you, and that's even worse than just pooing in front of your partner. So yeah, but at least to me it would be, but again, that's me, you may be different. But yeah, so poo is natural, poo is good because it means you're emptying your rectum, and your birthing canal is right on top of your rectum, which means then that you are creating space for baby. Also going to the toilet beforehand or during or whatever is good too, because you're again creating space for baby to come through. Yeah, it's normal, it's natural, and go with it. But yeah, I hope these 10 things have been interesting and informative and made you think about certain things, and I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Until next time, keep on being you. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, comment down below with any questions or suggestions, and don't forget to subscribe to get weekly updates. Bye y'all.